All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speed Dating for Ghosts. I have no idea what this is. I saw this in my Steam library. I don't remember buying it, which is the case with a lot of random games that I bought in weird bundles in my Steam library. So I have no idea what this game entails, but it is ghosts and it's almost Halloween, so that sounded appropriate to me. You know this game? Perfect! Okay, we got some speed dating for ghosts fans out there. I see that there is a graveyard, so I'm assuming that we will unlock some of these graves in game. And there's there's a beach with 4 additional graves. Let me see if there's anything. Okay, doesn't look like there's a lot to worry about here. Okay, well yeah, let's hop right in. Let's see what's going on. I've got a cute little skeleton hand to help me out. Hello there. You must be here for speed dating. That is the name of the game. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. Is her head always tilted at that little angle? Getting a good look at ya? It's nice to meet you, Fran. I am a nice one. Thank you for noticing. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, mean ones, vengeful ones. Oh, there you go. Nice ones, sad ones. A few spooky customers. Okay. The music is loud. Alright, let me see if I can fix it. You know what? It's because I didn't adjust the game volume for this one. There we go. That should be better. Thank you for letting me know. It gets lonely being a ghost. I bet it does. Even though it seems like there's a lot of them. Oh, I'm a ghost as well? It has been pretty difficult. Like, that implies that I'm also a ghost. I thought I was like a person dating ghosts. Alright, it's been pretty difficult. Perfect, thank you. I'm glad you guys are looking out for me. Wonderful. Let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. I pick one and sit at a table. Okay, and then I suppose I speed date after that, right? Like I ask the person questions or whatever. Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. They'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings and you switch seats. So yeah, regular speed dating, except there's themed rooms. There's the bell. Okay, just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds, and at the end, you get to choose your favorite. Okay. If they liked you too, you go on a date. We're obviously gonna go for the spookiest possible ghost in honor of Halloween. So no sad ghosts, no nice ghosts. We want spooky ones. Sounds great. I can't wait. Neither can I. First things first, though. Oh, she's gone. We'll never know. We'll never know what was supposed to come first. Okay, we get to choose a room. Room of palms, room of liars, room of black. So I think the spookiest room is going to be the room of black, right? Because there's nothing particularly spooky about palms or liars. Let's go with rooms of black. Oh, that's nice. There's a little vase in here. The room of black isn't really a room at all. Okay, poorly named then. It's more of a garden courtyard. The garden courtyard of black. I'm excited to find out about this too. I didn't know anyone was going to know what this was. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants. Somewhere in the dark, drying and rotting in the sun. So it's actually not dark, it's sunny. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping, and well beyond the garden a train passes. Oh, this actually sounds quite peaceful. I'm not seeing the black theme, though, if it's not actually dark. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair, and there's the bell. Alright, our date's on the way. Who we gonna get? The bell rings and a ghost appears. Oh. Woo. That's how I assume that they're saying that. I'm a ghost! Okay, I was on the right track there. Woo! You kind of just look like a regular, alt person. I don't know that I would clock this as a ghost if you didn't tell me. Woo! Okay, they liked that. Wait. That was cute. I like that. Isn't it great being dead? Oh, you know what? I guess they don't. Maybe this is like a skull hole, like they don't have a nose. Is that what that's supposed to be? I don't know. I'd rather be alive, generally. Yeah, like actually. That's so sad. I don't mean to make you sad. I'm glad you guys have found this character relatable. We're seeing ourselves reflected in speed dating for ghosts. Being dead is the best way to live. That's a little bit of an oxymoron, isn't it? I'm Drea. I'm like dead, obviously. I'm also like dead. Apparently. I was recently informed. Go figure. Let's be dead together. Okay. I like Drea so far. If we're gonna talk on this wavelength, how did you die seems apt, right? No? They didn't like that? Don't want to know that. Okay, sorry. Maybe that was a little too personal. You're asking a ghost how they died? That's boring. I don't know. We were on that track. We were talking about dying and being dead. I thought it was like appropriate. It's kind of the direction we were taking, right? Ask something else. Not boring. Okay, I just keep pushing it. Like, I get really pushy about it. No, I think you need to tell me. Okay, what do you do for fun? I haunt places. See, like, this sounds like the kind of person that would want to talk about, like, long ago, I was murdered by, I don't know, a crowd crush at a Sleep Token concert. Like, actually scare people. Nothing too mean. Okay. Flicker lights off and on. I mean, this sounds pretty boring, to be fair. To be fair to me. Move stuff around so it floats. Yeah, maybe they died in a particularly boring way, like they fell down the stairs or something. Push people downstairs. We'll see. Ghost stuff. Fun. It's possible. It's possible that it was embarrassing. You push people downstairs? I don't actually. Why did you say that? Just pull in your leg. Or whatever it is you've got. See, I like Drea, but they're a little odd. Drea looks around. Look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. What's with the antler ghost? That would be so weird at like a speed dating event to like start talking about the host. Hey, did you see who's fucking putting this on? What is up with that person? Yeah, no, let's keep the topic on us. You're here. Yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? Probably not. They all just contort and wail. Alright. I didn't realize that was the average ghost population. Not in the good way. My ex was a nightmare. Just really get like inappropriately personal for this initial conversation. Alright, what are you into? Boobies! That's awesome. Actually, they've completely won me back over with this joke. Yeah, I've never done speed dating either. I've had friends who've tried it. I don't know. It seems like it could be fun if you're a person that kind of likes small talk. You know, which I don't mind. I don't mind small talking with strangers. But I feel like the kind of people that have trouble getting dates normally tend to also be people that don't like small talk and don't like meeting people for the first time. Andrea snorts a little. But seriously, I've gone out with all kinds. Oh, we're going to talk about their exes, so maybe I should have brought mine up. Pretty girls in dresses who carry their own heads. That sounds baller. Where do I meet them? A shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Less baller. Would not want to meet that person. Being dead is great. We're like right back where we started now. It's the other dead people that kill me. I'm still not used to any of this. I just found out I was a ghost when I walked in here. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. You still do, a little bit. Life sucked, jerks everywhere, never enough money. The jerks got the money. Oh, preach. Actually, Drea, you're spitting fire right now. I know, where's the headless princess walking around? I'd be all, The best way to die is now. The best way to die is now. The best time. The best time to die is now, Drea. You know, I don't want to step on your catchphrase, but before death does me in, it should at least buy me dinner. So that's a better one. That makes a little more sense. Jokes, you know? But now that I am dead, just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. I mean, yeah, I think it's meant to be for pretty much everyone. Okay, well that was not a bad first meeting at all. Antler Ghost ring the bell thing. That means we gotta change places. See you in a bit. Alright, well I don't mind, Drea. They seem nice. Another ghost appears, but I guess we said we were looking for someone spookier. Now this is spooky. The fact that you're just like a sort of floating mass of clouds. Or like snowballs. Dust bunnies. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. She is kind of giving old lady, though, with these little glasses. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home. I think she might be an old lady. Bug Vibes is ready to go. You're locked in with, what did she say her name was a second ago? Hattie? To see a new face. Let's see, I like your face too. You're too kind. She does have a kindly face. My looks aren't what they were. Yeah, this is an old woman. This is an elderly woman. I guess I don't know how old I am, though. Maybe I'm also old. Guess when you get old, you look it. Yep, generally speaking. So true, Hattie. Even after you go. That is crazy that she doesn't get to be young again now that she's a ghost. I feel like that's kind of fucked up. I haunt the old folks' home where I died. Queen Mary's. Yeah, I guess age doesn't really matter, even if I'm not old, because we're all gonna be in these bodies forever, right? Like a ghost is kind of ageless. So it's not like you can't have a problematic age gap as a ghost. It's not gonna matter in 200 years. Dead ghost Gilf. All right, maybe we'll have to go for Hattie. Maybe the dead ghost Gilf is the way to go. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. Yeah, few nursing homes are. The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. This sounds pretty typical for care homes. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. Well, that's very sweet of you, Hattie. See, she's selfless, too. How do you help? Any way I can. Keep watch on vitals, bring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears, "Oh my god! There is more," I say. "Oh, Hattie! You're an angel! Just you wait." That's so nice! You're like the sweetest person ever! I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living, whether they know it or not. We ought to use that power for good. I love her! You guys were right. Dead ghost Gilf. Let's see, I agree. What about fun is probably a good question also. Like, you know, you gotta take care of yourself a little bit. It's good that you're doing good for other people, but, you know, you should also enjoy your afterlife, right? If there's a big chubby ghost, I will turn them over to you, Bug Vibes. Fear not. I bet there probably will be, right? I feel like the two ghosts we've had so far, it's been a pretty wide range. Let's see, I'm a little torn between these, because, like, I do agree. Okay, what about fun? By all means, have fun. Lord knows I try, and eternity means you can see every movie you missed. Sneak into every Broadway show. Personally, don't find the time, though. See, you probably should, right? Like, you have nothing but time. There's too much to do. Sometimes I think it would be easier if I had someone to help me when things get tough. I could be that someone. That someone could be me! Might get easier? Were you alone when you were alive? Seems like really mean. Because she probably was if she died in a nursing home. I mean, maybe not, but Make it easier. I'm content to make it easier for others. Oh, Hattie, you made me so sad. Please take care of yourself. I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. Okay, that was a totally different vibe. I like both ghosts so far. Which ghost are we gonna date? Another ghost appears. Ah! What the fuck is that? It looks like Aoni. Oh no! Okay, I think we found our spooky wife. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the one. And I fell in love instantly. Let's stare back. We could just sort of have a quiet moment together. The ghost's eyes narrow. Let's do mirrors. See if that does anything. Oh god, okay. I don't know if they liked it. The ghost opened their mouth wider. The sides begin to crack and tear. Okay, you might eat me, actually. Inside smells so foul, musty and sour. This doesn't bode well for our relationship, I feel like. Like rotting peaches. The ghost lets out a guttural cry. Low and lonely. Lonely. See, they need us. The other ghosts in the room are all looking at you. I didn't make them do this. They just started doing that on their own. Let's try standing our ground, because that seems to be kind of the way we've gone so far. Maybe they'll like that. Okay, we're calming back down. It's alright, the vibe is restored. We're not like the others. We're not like other ghouls. I could say the same about you. I'm a vengeful spirit. I called it. I knew there would be vengeful in here. Not unique among ghosts, just perhaps among these ghosts. Interesting. What brings vengeance to speed dating? I was more. I was a man. Pronouns secured. An accountant. Gary! Aw. The name sounds wrong now. No, you look like a Gary. I see it. Silly. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain. Baseball games and decaffeinated tea. Here, I can hold his little skeleton hand with my little skeleton hand. I don't know if my cursor is actually capturing. Oh, it is. See, we're holding hands. What happened to Gary? Okay, he didn't like that question. Sorry, Gary. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I'm not sorry. Never mind. I still feel the blade. I'm sorry someone stabbed you. The light draining out, emptied, an empty space, where once there was something. Now cobwebs, a draft. Who killed you feels irrelevant at this juncture. He's dead. I'm so sorry, Gary. Okay, well, it's the second time we've gone through this exchange. I guess I should stop apologizing for your situation. Gary is gone. The bell rings. My time with Gary is over. For now. He lifts up his fragile frame and shambles over to the next table. What is he looking for? He's looking for me! And he doesn't know he's found it! Okay, there's a second round. I don't know, I really feel like I'm locked in on Gary at this point. I feel like Gary is my haunting husband. Okay, we get to wrap back around. Hey, Drea, you will never believe the guy I just met. I just met the dreamiest dude. Everybody's so flippin' gloomy here. No, Gary is ideal. Gary is the perfect fella. I keep thinking, who died? Andrea, you're hilarious, but you're no Gary. We could liven it up. Oh, man. Okay. Like a prank? Maybe we try to scare the other ghosts. I don't think we're gonna succeed at that, but I would love to see you go try to scare Carrie. That would be awesome. Who haunts the haunters or something? Hmm. They seem hard to spook. You're probably right. I am right. That one ghost especially. Yeah, my boyfriend. Did you notice him? Eyes off my man. Hattie? No, the guy with the huge mouth. The old lady who looks like a snowball. Oh, she did meet Hattie. Horrifying. Hmm. I did see a panicky little ghost that went into another room. Well, I don't want to pick on someone who's already nervous. If only they were here. We should just go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I'd like that. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. What kind of ghosts are you meeting? I guess headless princesses, we already discussed. Nice ones, I mean. Usually I pal around with other poltergeists. Oh, the panicky ghost is like an actual character that we could meet? Maybe we will encounter them. So you actually like that I'm nice? Why not? It's not like nice is all you are. Nice is a bonus for me. A personality quirk or whatever. Okay, I mean, I guess. Nice is more than a quirk. Either way, you actually seem to care. I try. You know, I do my best, Ray. Like about what I have to say. You're different from the others. I'm so glad you guys all think I'm so different and special. You're very flattering. Most of my friends, all they care about is a good time. Not that that's bad. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink. Kind of fucked up of him. At morticians. Kind of fucked up of him. At open casket funerals. Allison haunts an airport hotel. That sounds awful. Guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. That's a great reason, though. Yeah, I do not trust, not like other girls. But hey, you know, I'll take it in this context. I just hang out, go to shows, terrorize this normie couple I know. So there's like a specific pair of people that you're haunting. Rich types who moved into my old house. They actually put up a plaque that says live, laugh, love. Bleh. Yeah, it sounds like they deserve to be terrorized for the rest of their existence. I know. I like being like other people too. I don't like that sentiment, that not like other people sentiment, just because like I don't know. I don't like when you regard other people with contempt. I like people. So, you know, that's more what I look like. I mean, what I look for from friends and partners. People that like people. But that's just my opinion. Let's see. How do you terrorize the normies? Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, and freaks out. Well, yeah, dude. Why wouldn't he? It wakes her up and she freaks out too. It's great. Sometimes. Other times, I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. Yeah, it does sound like it would get old pretty quickly. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do appreciate the hatred for the Live, Laugh, Love plaque. It's pretty ugly. It's pretty kitschy. But then I actually remember I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know it probably sounds pathetic. No, I understand what you mean. You know, I guess it's good to have hobbies. I just, you know, her hobbies could probably be a little kinder. Oh well. You don't have my heart anyway. This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. Alright, what exactly do you have in mind? Oh, it's a surprise. We'll see. I wonder if we actually get to go on a date at the end. Hi, Hattie. I do love Hattie. She is the best. Hello again. How is the speed dating going? Like, see, this is somebody that doesn't look down on anyone. You know, I like that in a person. I like that quality. Is it everything you hoped it would be? I mean, yeah, actually. I feel like everyone I've met has been really interesting and cool. Um, there's some weirdos here. No, Hattie, you're my favorite. There's no need for flattery. It was flattery. You're not really my favorite, but see, yeah, I do get that impression that the poltergeist and the grandma don't get along because they've got like different, what's the word? Different philosophies about the afterlife, right? And personally, I lean more towards Hattie. Oh, she gave me little hearts! We're already getting along fine. There's something different about you. I'm not like other girls, Hattie. I've been told twice already. A light. I can literally see it glowing in there. You know, I have no idea what I look like, so there might be a light literally glowing in there. In my guts? Just don't let it go to your head. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. See, again, she has such a just good attitude. Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Don't frown. Don't give me that sad face, Hattie. I never want to see you look like that. Do you like gardening? Yeah, actually I do. I never much cared for flowers. Oh, well. We can't connect on everything, right? They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. Okay, Hattie. I love ones that grow like the dickens. I don't blame you. A big lush vegetable garden? Squash, snap peas, spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. How about spinach? Spinach is a fun one. If you stay on top of harvesting the baby leaves, a plant will produce for months. Really? See, you learn something new every day. I'm getting gardening advice from Speed Dating for Ghosts. But if you neglect it, spinach will run wild and grow bitter. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat, but I still like to grow food. I mean, yeah, I think that's understandable. It would be nice, you know, I think if I were dead, I'm using my imagination in the theater of my mind. If I were dead, it would be kind of cool to still be able to like nurture life in that way. Help something live. Yeah, exactly. Hattie, I get you. I understand. The bell rings. All right, oop. Get on out of here. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you'd join me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. I would love to do that. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. Oh my god, Hattie, of course. Yeah, I think I would still eat if I could, even if, like, it didn't need to nourish me. Because I love eating, and I love food. That sounds wonderful, Hattie. I'm pleased that you agree. I'll meet you at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Sorry if that's a little early. I'm my best self before noon. I mean, do we have to sleep? Does it matter if it's early? Inside my mind. Guys, I just teleported in there for a minute. And it was a scary place, but we made it out. Imagining myself as a vegetable gardening ghost. Alright, Hattie. She looks back and smiles. Dude, we're getting dates left and right here. Gary! Why are you so sorry? She died horribly. It was not your fault. Well, I know that, but like, I'm sorry in the sense that I feel sympathetic to your situation. Whose fault was it? I want to remember. I ache simply trying. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Well, that sounds awful. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. I like his face when he closes his mouth and he just kind of looks like, He looks so, like, pensive like this. Let's see. Tell me about the emotions. Anger, frustration, guilt. I can imagine probably feeling those if I were dying. Now all I long for is revenge. It pumps through me like blood. You know, I'm not gonna get into it too much because it's a little heavy, but I had a near-death experience once a few years ago, and I remember being mad as hell. How can I need revenge when I don't know what happened? And I don't know who is to blame? I mean, vengeance probably won't solve anything. You are dead, regardless, but, I don't know, it does feel a little dismissive. Like, surely he knows that already. I don't know. Should we keep diving in, or should we tell him to, like... I don't want to tell him to get over it. I mean, the man died, for God's sake. You mentioned a shadow? The shadow was long, dark, but familiar, crept along the wall through the office as we worked at night. So they murdered you at work? It came for me, has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary, I wish I could tell you. Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. I feel like he's looked sad the whole time, to be honest with you. You're a good ghost, Gary. Oh my God, his little smile! Gary! Your kindness is rare among our kind. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Oh, okay, we took a much less sweet direction. I was really excited for a second when you had that little tiny smile on your face. Join me after the final bell. Together we will discover why. Okay. Do I get to date all of them, or do I have to choose one of these dates to go on? Because I'll feel a little bad if I told Hattie I was gonna come help her at the nursing home and then I don't show up. Gary left a strange transit map behind. Routes you've never seen. Dude, if I died at work, the rest of eternity would be me being mad about that. A certain stop is circled. Okay. Choose your date. Oh no, I only get one! Hattie, I'm so sorry! I don't want to do this to you! But I do really want to date Gary, so unfortunately... Oh, Hattie, I don't want to stand you up. That sucks. Alright, Gare. Let's solve the mystery. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. Natters. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. I know, it's just Gary is so irresistible. His deep, soulful eyes have really drawn me in. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Hey, oh my God, he put on a little bow tie for us. See, how could we abandon him? He's wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. I know, I can see it. I should probably be doing voices for this game, but I hate doing voices. You know, I had a long day at work. You're not getting voices out of me today. You look nice. I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end. Oh. Even for the second time. See, and here I thought it was for me. I was flattered for a second there, Gary. Also, I thought you would like it. Aww, you're so sweet. I love it. Ah! His little smile. That's the best. Briefly. We are going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks. The office was under the tracks? Where the trains grind and the walls shake. That sucks. Who put it there? The dead end of a crooked drive. Does sound like a pretty spooky place to work. I guess it makes sense that you died there. Yeah, it sounds spooky. Yes, spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. He is purple now. He's so nonchalant. He's so demure. He's so mindful. The dead of night bus has arrived. Oh, is it a bus for ghosts? I see, okay. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit trained to perform repetitive tasks. What a fucked up eternal existence for that person. I'm sorry that you turned into a wisp. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You've all paid the price. Alright. How did I die, do you think? I guess that's not super relevant to this story, but maybe it'll come up later. The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy, that I can imagine. The papers on Gary's desk are carefully stacked. It seems he liked to keep things orderly. Oh, did you die, like, recently? Like, so recently that nobody has cleaned off your desk yet? My partner's desk. Always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. I didn't realize he had, like, just died. No wonder he's pissed. Service. Service. What about your service? Not my service. Service was my partner. Service Gelke? His name was Service? Where is this insane place that you worked? What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable, so we struck out on our own. Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. Interesting. We could flirt a little bit. We could hit him with the, you'd make a good partner. In business or in other things. I tried my best. I wish I could say the same for Service. He seems like kind of a mess. He's got rotting food on his desk. He was a thief, okay, not great. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. Shadow begins to move, creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. Okay, so maybe it's not literally like his desk and his coworker's desk and everything's the same as when he died. Maybe this is just like a ghostly apparition so that things look the way they did the night he died. Maybe that's what's going on. It's not like he just died yesterday and everything is still where it was. He was telling our clients they owed money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself, small amounts so I would not notice. Even small numbers do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. Oh no, did Service kill him? Because he was, trying to hide his thievery. When I confronted him, there was a fight. In this room? Yes. Oh! Well, that was unexpected. That's an unexpected turn of events, Gary. Oh God. I still feel the blade, the knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I had done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. The officers knocked on the door. I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon. Oh, Gary. What an awful way to go. Oh, Gary. Frozen in place right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. They shot you for holding a knife? I died here same as Service. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You weren't attacking them. You were holding a knife, not a gun. They totally could have disarmed you and arrested you normally. They did not need to do that. As always. Fucked up police. Well, you're a monster is clearly the wrong thing to say. But I think he did mean to. He did mean to kill him. I don't know what to say here. I don't think any of these are a good answer. You made a mistake. I don't know. That's life, right? Yeah, what's a murder these days? Let's go with you didn't mean to. But I did mean to do it. I know you did. I acted with a clear head. I was not forced. I must carry this burden, atone for my act. I take comfort knowing Service is out there somewhere. Perhaps seeking his own vengeance. I suppose it is only right that I give it to him. Oh no. What are you gonna do? Gary! On the wall, you see a portrait, two smiling men, Service and Gary. The day they opened their firm. Oh no, Gary, where did you go? He did murder a guy, but ACAB for real. They've detained murderers. Murdering a guy doesn't mean they get to extrajudicially shoot on sight. That's not how it works. Justice for Gary. Wrongful execution. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead, but the picture stays fixed to the wall. Well, that was fucked up. And I don't feel like it's going to result in a lasting relationship with Gary, I've got to be honest with you. Okay, well, we got Gary's little gravestone. Oh, we can replay his date. He's a spirit of vengeance, alive from 1961 to 2016, so he didn't just die. Though he may have when the game came out. I don't remember when this game released. Cause of death, gunshot wound to the chest. Gary worked hard to live a noble life. He saw money as the root of most problems, and his accounting practice as a way to help people live with a little less worry. Gary kept few friends. Those who knew him cherished his honesty and quiet humor. College roommate once affectionately described him as a bran muffin, hold the butter. Aww. Let's see, 1961 to 2016, so he would be like, let me think, 2016, 1961, he'd be 55. Oh boy. After discovering his business partner was stealing from clients, Gary accidentally killed him and was shot by police. Okay. So there's our 55-year-old hubbo. I guess dead forever. Well, okay, let's go again. Let's find another date. Hello again. Yeah, our first date didn't work out that well, hun. He disappeared into the ether. So we're back once again, looking for a longer-term partner. It's nice to see you. Just put your name down, and you can go right in. Sweet. All right, let's do the Room of Palms this time. I love old people, too. I do love how consistently, though, you've been in the chat today, like, yes! Old people! It's been like the entire stream so far. Yes, give me the elderly. Bring me all your elderly. Alright, Room of Palms. Looks like the basement of an old church. Faded linoleum floors, not terribly romantic. Spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. This kind of sounds like the buildings in my neighborhood. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. Yeah, there's a big church right at the end of my street that's like exactly like this. Old people rule. I don't blame you. Good on you for knowing what you like and going for it. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Oh my god. Sup? I'm Riley. Hi Riley. You've got a little, you got I don't know if you've noticed this, but you've got a football in your skull. Pretty hot for a ghost. Thanks, Riley. You're not so bad yourself, right? I mean, you know, again, it would be improved by the removal of football. Isn't it cool we stay the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. I guess so. There's one benefit. Let's see. Not even gonna ask me my name. Listen, this is clearly not that type of guy. How'd you die? Long story. Did it involve a football? I was a wide receiver in high school. Caught real good. When it came time for college, bam, full scholarship. But football's rough. When you catch passes like I did, with your forehead, with your soft, malleable skull, you take a lot of blows. After a while, I started getting headaches. I'd get dizzy just standing up, but I kept on playing. Had to. These were my best years. Until one day, intracranial hematoma. Uh-oh. That's not good at all. That's a very bad sign. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, now I'm here. Yeah, that's very sad. It's a terrible way to go. And we get to meet. You know, I'm sorry that you died of a horrible head injury, but, you know, you got to meet me. So it's not all bad. Ha ha. Try not to let how I died define me. So many ghosts have sad stories. I would wager most of them probably do. I'm going to make the best of this. So I understand why you've got the football head thing, you know, because it kind of represents how you died. Why do you have, like, snake scales all over you? What's the symbolism behind that one? Have some fun. Be the best Riley I can be. It's just hard to figure out what that means. I wish ghosts didn't care so much about labels. Just like when we were alive. Oh, Riley. I don't know if there's any getting away from that. Everyone always telling me who I was, without bothering to learn who I am. Just like I'm doing to you right now by not asking your name or any questions about you. Yeah, I guess he at least has abs. He's got that going for him. So who are you, Riley? Still figuring that out. Without my division high receiving yards and all the cheering in the stands, who is Riley? A guy with a football in his head. They're kind of abs. It's kind of abs. It's a little bit of a tic-tac-toe board. Someone with heart, maybe? That's what Coach would always tell me. You've got heart, Riley. Hold on to that, kid. Maybe he was onto something. Alright, I don't mind Riley. He seems sweet. He probably will. Honestly, most of them have done that so far. 3 beautiful lines. Oh snap. Halftime. Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. See, that was cute. I like your football puns. Alright, another ghost. Who have we got this time? Oh boy. Oh no. Opening with the cough, huh? I wonder how you died. Impossible to say. Hello, sunshine. Ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. Smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out the holes in their back. They're like, believe it or not, truck driving accident. Let's see. I'm no sunshine. That's so rude. It's nice to meet you. Is it? I don't know yet. I'm still gauging that one. That's a surprise. I'm Vera. That or the lady in smoke. I'll go with Vera, thank you. These guys all have, like, gills, too. I don't know why everyone has this. Maybe it's just supposed to be, like, wrinkles. Yeah, you could rip a bong through this person, probably. That's what the ghost hunters call me. Interesting. You look familiar. Maybe I just have one of those faces. Cough. A lot of ghosts know me. For years now, I've haunted Vegas. You're Vera and you haunt Vegas? The glitzier condominiums. Ghosts breathe underwater. I don't know. I don't like it, but that's how it works. On the strip, obnoxious houses behind gates, I wake up. Rich fools at night. Well, that sounds like a cool thing to do. I mean, if you're gonna haunt somewhere, it might as well be somewhere sick, right? Shrouded in gray smoke, jangling pennies, wailing, pay the price. Junk like that. Alright, that's pretty cool. Thanks, hon. You're welcome. Spent lots of time working on it, workshopping my character. I like when they choke on the smoke. Choke themselves awake, then they see me, floating at the foot of the bed, looking ready for a funeral, kind of giving Hatman. It works. We know why the rich. We do not have to ask. I can tell immediately why the rich are the targets of this woman. Except when the smoke alarm goes off. Then it's not as scary. No, I don't think that would be... I don't know, it'd be a little scary. Wake up in the middle of the night, your room's full of smoke and your smoke alarm's going off, and also there's like a frightening hag at the foot of your bed. I feel like that would be really scary, actually. Because that implies that my house is on fire and there's a ghost. Like, it's two unrelated, terrible things happening. Let's see. Did you die in Vegas? I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. This was back in the boom. When was back in the boom? Yeah, like, I would shit myself. That would be terrifying. If I woke up to my smoke alarm and a ghost. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s. Oh, okay, so that was the boom. It was a wonderland. Cough. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, bad suits, ugly, old, stinky, dirty, always eating peanuts, tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money. Sounds like a great guy. Sounds like you really loved him. Got it any way he could, and never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. Anyway, that's me. Okay, so I am once again seeing Why the Rich. Yeah, she actually rules. What brings you to this thing? I was lonely. I hear ya. I'm about as lonely as a lost shoe. Just as useless, too. No, I mean, you sound pretty useful to me, actually. You get used to it. Also, you never get used to it. Yeah, see, I know I can I know I can say piece of shit, but I just got back from work, so I'm still in, like, self-censor mode when I get on these streams. I feel like when I record with Kate, I, like, sound more like myself. But, like, in this, like, first few hours after I get home, I'm still like, oh, dang it. Oh, shoot. Gosh darn it. Let's see. We could be lonely together. Too fast for you? Ease up on the throttle. Oh, the ghost. Sorry. Okay, I'm swearing an appropriate amount. Not still talking like an elementary teacher. We just met. Not that I don't appreciate the thought. Oh, she's got a little smile, too. You might be our spooky lady of the hour. I don't know, we'll see who number 3 is. I mean, she's no Gary, but she's a little spooky. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya. Alright, who's number 3? Who's number 3? Another ghost appears, bearing an orange backdrop. Okay, this I think might be the person. This might be our spookiest of this round. Hey! Hey! Whoa would probably be appropriate, but I don't wanna hurt their feelings. I can't even tell what this person is supposed to be. They kind of just look like a pile of something. This is the goat? This is the goat of the game? Maybe they are worthy of the whoa. Alright, let's do hey. I'm Stephanie. You can call me Steph. Alright, Steph. Everybody does. Hi, Steph. Hey. Gosh, I'm nervous. You know, you were not giving nervous when you sat down over here. You were kind of giving, like, very ostentatious. The kind of person that takes up space, you know? I've never done anything like this before. Spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. Trying to tie a knot on the back. It's really difficult. Okay, this was the foretold panicky ghost. Let's see. You look nice. Thank you. That's sweet of you to say. Let's see, what brings you to speed dating? See, you can't say you feel awkward, because that's step number 1 to the conversation getting awkward. We're not doing that here today. We're gonna have a nice, easy-flowing conversation. Been single for a while. First, it was great. I did what I wanted to do. Taught myself some Japanese. Okay. A woman of culture. Played my clarinet every day without fail. Allowed myself time to get to know the real me. See, we love a woman with hobbies. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much. Dude, I know what you mean. But I would love a follow-up about the cat. Clarence? Stephanie and Clarence? After the angel. But he's more of a demon. Especially around food. Girl, my dog too. I just fought him off over my dinner like half an hour ago. I guess an hour now. Wow, we've been on here for an hour. You know how most cats have this pleasant meow. Almost a meow. Clarence wails and whines, all raspy like he's dying. This cat sounds fucking awesome. We're dating Stephanie just to get to the cat. Or dead. Huh. Wait, the cat is alive? That didn't register to me until just now. You're a ghost with a living cat that belongs to you? Probably think I'm so weird. I think it's a little weird that your cat's not also a ghost. I kind of just assumed that like a ghost would have a ghost cat. Try not to judge. I think that's impossible. Well, that's why I said I try. First time we see one another, the first time we hear each other speak, those moments set the tone. Everything else is either validating that initial impression or trying to subvert it. Well, yes, that is how perceiving other people works. Correct. You've got me there, Stephanie. Let's see. You're already surprising me. I am? I mean, that's great, right? I'd rather be surprising than a bore. That is true. Tell me about playing clarinet. It's kind of interesting. You gotta commit to it. When I first learned as a kid, we rented one, which was gross, because you put your mouth on it, I would imagine. You have this cloth. It's like a little metal thing attached to a long string. I don't know what this is. I don't know anything about clarinet. You have a cloth and a metal thing, and when you're done playing, you take the mouthpiece off and run the little metal thing through the clarinet to pull the cloth through and despitify it. Really? That is pretty gross. Sounds like a lot of work. I don't know if I want to know what happens if you don't. Surely it gets moldy, right? I don't know if this is that mysterious. If you leave a bunch of spit inside a wooden instrument, it's gonna like get moldy. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. Sorta, I guess. We used to call it the spit rag. Yeah, this person's fucking awesome. Now this is a date. Talking about the spit rag. Do you miss playing? Not really. Okay. Don't know why I even brought it up then. Oh, I still practice every day, so you don't need to miss it. But you can't breathe. Well, surely if they can garden and eat, they can play the clarinet. Can dead people play the clarinet? Of course not. They're dead. They can't breathe, so they can't play. Okay, I stand corrected. Why even ask that? Because you're dead. Oh, do they not know they're a ghost? You threatening me? Because that is super not cool. I'm gonna tell Fran. She'll ban you. I don't understand. I understand extremely well. You're a jerk. And possibly dangerous. No, it's Stephanie! After the bell. That bell right there. So currently, now that we're after the bell happened, and then now we're after the bell, I'm gonna talk to Fran about your behavior. Goodbye, jerk. No, Stephanie! Stephanie, I didn't mean it! Oh god, we'll have to come back, win her over in the second round. At least Riley still likes us. Sup? I'm Riley, again. Haha. So, like, what should we talk about now? Do you have any dating tips, Riley? Yeah, we fumbled that really hard. How was I supposed to know she didn't know? Come on now. How did she not notice? Everyone walking around here looks like this. She didn't notice they're all dead people? Or at least not, like, regular people? Fucky Hattie is a snowball. Surely she's noticed. I'm only a player on the field. Off it loves no game for me. I just try to be real. And ask the same of others. Pretty simple, actually. Yeah, that's fair. I like you, Riley. I like you, too. Oh, that was short and sweet. Bell rings. So, like, I was thinking it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. Been a while since I've checked in on them. Alright, yeah, sure. Righteous. We may or may not actually show up, Riley. Just chat me after they wrap up here. I'll pick you up in my ghost car. So there's ghost cars, but not ghost cats, huh? Or I guess maybe her cat is a ghost and she just hasn't noticed. It's a convertible. Can't wait. Alright, I don't even remember who was in the middle. Oh, you! The smoking lady! Hello again, sunshine. Good to see you back around. Cough! We already talked a bit about how I lived the Vegas life, my crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died. Alright, we're jumping right in with this lady. Okay, I'm curious. It's speed dating. Might as well lay my cards out. Fair enough. You know, I was calling you out for going too quickly, but speed is in the name. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice, the boss's son, said they were out of clean shirts. Woo! It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino. Oh, you had a daughter? You had a daughter who was young enough to need a babysitter? You had a daughter? Sure did. And her little smile? I was a single mom in the 50s, in case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. No, I understand. So was my grandma. The casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in and led me to the blackjack tables, where I presume something terrible occurred. Where my boss was waiting, dead on the floor. Not a great sign for my future employment. Blood soaking into the burgundy carpet, kind of hard to see on account of the color. Let's see, how did he die? A knife, probably. These guys hated guns. His son was there. He smiled when he saw me. You'll make this go away, he said. That's a nightmare scenario. I nodded. Two guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Interesting. Did you like the sun? This is a really weird question. Nothing about this story makes me think she liked the sun. Did you know these men? No. All their toughs look the same. I swear they worked a year and then got put down. Very possible. Yeah, I'm sorry that her life sucked, but I feel like that's part of what made her an icon. You know, it made her into the woman that she is today. The vengeful spirit that we know and love. Like my boss had been put down. I kept thinking about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? That would also be my first question in this scenario. And I'm guessing that the answer was yes. Oh, no, the answer was no, but they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved. A hole in the sand. Let's see. Did you confront the sun? Your girl was at the sitter. Let's ask about the daughter. She stayed there. I wasn't about to pick her up until things cooled down. Interesting. And the sun? By the time we got back to the strip, the casino was open, busy as ever, and the sun was out, making funeral arrangements. A heart attack is what they called it. Sudden, unexpected, tragic. Horse crap. Interesting. So, how did this lead to you dying, though? I went home alone, locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened until I nodded off. I woke to an intense heat, took a deep breath, sucking in hot black smoke. Oh, they lit her house on fire. Well, thank God you left the daughter at the sitters then. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down after making sure I was inside. Wow, that's awful. But the kid survived that then. She wasn't home. What about the kid? Made sure she was taken care of, had a bunch of money stashed away. My brother in Tulsa took her in. Well, that's nice, at least. You know, you left somebody behind that was able to live a full life. Interesting. You know what? I did not anticipate that. I thought the smoke was obviously from the cigarettes. I just assumed it was lung cancer, so joke's on me. That's what I get for making assumptions. For a long time, I couldn't bear to see her. And by the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. I can't even tell you if she's still alive. Oh no, that actually makes me terribly sad. Well, it's not too late, right? You could try to locate her, figure out what happened to the rest of her life. Wow, that was a very dreary conversation for speed dating, huh? Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink and try not to let the past haunt us? Even just for an hour? Alright, we'll see. Maybe if I fumble Stephanie. Which I might. Oh, okay. Fran does not want to talk. I mean, Fran is going to tell me that Stephanie does not want to talk again. I imagine. Steph came to talk to me about what you said. Yeah, it was a misunderstanding. I'm sure you didn't mean to scare her. Pretty sure, anyway. As you may have already guessed, Steph didn't know she had died. When you said you're dead, she thought you were threatening her. I gathered that. I picked up on that one. It was not super subtle, Fran. I don't know how she went this long. Some deep denial at work, maybe. Anyways, makes it weird that she showed up at the speed dating for ghosts, then. She wants to talk to you again. Okay, but go easy on her. Okay. Sure you remember when you died. The confusion. Not fun. These mixers are supposed to be fun. So try to keep them that way, okay? Alright, Fran. Anything for you. Okay. Hi, Steph. Looking forward to walking on eggshells around you for the remainder of this conversation. Alright, talk to Fran. Sorry I freaked out before. I chose my words poorly. Let's not lay it on too thick. You were direct. You're dead. Maybe I needed to hear it bluntly. It's just this is so weird. Yeah, I suppose it would be weird to die and turn into whatever the fuck you are right now. I still feel alive. Just like dissociated. Like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I think we all feel that way sometimes, Stephanie. Felt it a lot when I was alive, too. Interesting. What was your life like? It was difficult, except not really. Mostly life was pretty good. Did you... Good parents seems like a really loaded question, but I guess if we're already going in deep. Did you have good parents? Sure, okay. There was really only one thing wrong with them. They were dead. Bum bum bum. They were cooler than me. When I was born, they were in their early 20s. They were into all this weird music. Dude, this sounds exactly like my parents. This is fucked up, actually. I don't want to play this date anymore. Artsy movies about ballet school witches. Fantastic planets that were just creepy. My dad even smoked alternative cigarettes. Oh no! Meanwhile, I was that dork with the puzzles, learning languages for fun. My parents were excited when I joined band. They thought it would help me make friends. Mostly I just like to practice alone in my room. I wish my parents had been cool. No, you don't! No, you don't! Wait! Didn't you get lonely? Everyone asks loners that. Oh, I'm sorry, listen, I thought the other one was even more insensitive. You don't know what my other option was, Stephanie. Some people like to be alone. It's easier to keep a handle on things, especially when things start to go wrong. And holy, did things go wrong in my life. What happened to you? This is hard to talk about. Fran said we should just have fun. Fair enough. I had cancer. Oh, okay. You're just going in anyway. Listen, I hope my kids think I'm cool too, but there's a difference, I think, between you being a cool person and, like, being the cool person. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't, but, you know. We're here to have fun. We're here to talk about Stephanie's cancer. So we won't get too deep into that right now. A brain tumor? I feel like I keep dropping random ass lore this stream. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Stephanie's brain tumor. It was bad, like all brain tumors are. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. Also not great. I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe. Yeah, I do think a brain tumor is one of the most fucked up things that could happen to a person. What was the treatment like? Was rough. Yeah, brain tumor treatment's generally pretty brutal. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, as again, most brain tumors are, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually the symptoms subsided. Seemed like they zapped it, told me I was progression-free. Interesting. You were progression-free, but you were not tumor-free. Whatever that means. It means it's not growing anymore. I was allowed to go back to school. That's super young. Again, not to get into my deep, dark lore again on this stream, but, you know, you guys know I teach special education. I taught a little girl with brain cancer a few years ago, and it's just the worst. It's just the worst thing in the world. I would not wish it on anybody. Anyone on this earth, but especially not young people. But I didn't. I don't blame you. I retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Yeah, that's understandable. Funny, huh? Well, no, not really. I gotta be honest, Stephanie, not really. Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. See, she deserves a nice date. I think we should take her out. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. Steph leaves the room. Yeah, that's so not fun at all, Stephanie. If you hurry, you could catch up to her, see if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date with a ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. I don't know. I wouldn't describe that conversation we just had as, like, boring. She's no football. Oh, come on. They weren't doing this last time. They weren't having the narration, like, roast them. Nor is she the infamous lady in smoke. Interesting. So we've got to choose our date now, huh? Well, obviously we're gonna go with Steph. Let's learn more about our friend. Maybe we can meet the cat. Catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think it's hard to tell with the mask. Oh, you think she looks surprised to see you. I was like, what? Why would I be thinking that? No, okay, I understand the sentence now. I confused myself with my own intonation. Hey, what's up? Is everything okay? Thought we should hang out. Yay, we got little hearts! Cool. I'd like that. Where should we go? Probably the symphony, right? She doesn't strike me as outdoorsy. Surely she'd want to go listen to some music. Normally, I'd love to see the symphony. For all the years I've played clarinet, I've never actually seen a professional orchestra. Another time, though? Maybe we could just walk around? Maybe find a nice park? Oh, okay, she wants to go to the park. So I called it really poorly. Talk a bit. Yeah, okay, we could do that too. A heavy layer of snow has clinged to trees and buried the grass nearby and covered my girlfriend, who looks like a pile of snow. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. I'm not even sure that either of us have feet. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground, but still going through the motions. That's the saddest idea in the entire world. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. Yeah, this is the saddest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. There's an old man ghost pretending to feed ghost geese? Yeah, they were like, we're not gonna pretend that there's a whole orchestra in here. We're not drawing that. We're not drawing the old man. We're not drawing the geese. We're not drawing the cobblestone. Fuck that. This is all still confusing. And Maddie's dropping shit on her desk. There we go. There, fixed it. You must have lots of questions. I really, really do. Were you this lost when you died? Probably. Yeah, for a while. How did you figure things out? I'm still figuring things out. Dying is not a simple thing. Amen to that, girl. Amen to that. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish. And now, what do I do? Do I take the puzzle apart? Be proud that I did what I could? I think be proud that you did what you could is probably the best move here. I'm assuming the puzzle is a metaphor for your unfinished life. And that being the case, I just getting mad and ripping the puzzle up probably isn't the best move. Still an accomplishment, I guess. But now what? What do we even do as ghosts? I kind of get the impression that you just kind of futz around, doing whatever. Do we get jobs? That's the point of anything. Do we get jobs is a crazy question to ask as soon as you die. Why would you need a job? You don't need to eat or like own a house or anything. You don't need to do anything. You just kind of, I don't know, hang out. You can scare people, you can help people, you can linger. You could do any of these if you really wanted to. If she's looking for purpose, I'm gonna say you can help people. I guess we have powers, we can manipulate things, right? Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. When you're little, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now it's like, what do you want to be when you die? Kinda. It's too much pressure. Well, listen, you've got literally eternity to figure it out, so there's not a lot of pressure, actually, I would say. About the least amount of pressure there could possibly be. Gotta learn how to walk again before I figure out where to go. Yeah, you have a lot of options. I keep thinking about all the things I can't do now, like play the clarinet, presumably. Eat, drink, could go for a milkshake right now. Oh, Stephanie, don't tempt me. Vanilla, my favorite milkshake, as if she knew. With a slice of apple pie, Stephanie, you dog. You have no idea how much you're speaking my language right now. But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. So then I just want to play my clarinet, but I can't do that either. Yeah, that blows. I will admit that blows. You can do so much more. Like float around, flicker lights on and off. At least I can still do puzzles and finish learning Japanese. Yeah, you could learn every single language in the world in the amount of time you have. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. Oh, hell yeah, you got this. I kind of thought it was like a part of her. I didn't think it actually came off of her face. Alright, let's see it. Oh! Oh, you got little snail eyes. Oh, Stephanie. I don't know why this is killing me. That's not what I thought she was gonna look like. Oh, she's beautiful. It looks like Gary the snail. Oh, you look beautiful. You look like you. I feel like crying. You kind of look like a crying face. Like if you look at it as if the gray is the face, and then they're like eyes with like tear marks. The good tears. But nothing's coming out. Well, yeah, honey, I don't think you have tear ducts anymore. I think you're literally just two eyeballs on little stalks. Thanks for the talk. It helped a lot. We should do this again sometime. Yes! Lasting girlfriend! She doesn't just disappear. It's hard to be a ghost. But Steph seems like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though? I guess speed dating again. We could probably get through at least one more round of this. You thought it was her face? I couldn't tell. I thought she was a snail. I thought she was a snail person. Like that there was like a big hole in her head. Like the tumor had just eaten out that whole part of her head, you know? But I don't know. Oh, she's got a big gravestone. Stephanie! Yeah, because you can see through it. It is a hole. You can see her gravestone through it. You think my favorite's gonna be in the third room? We're gonna find out. 1983 to 2004, cause of death, brain cancer. Took Steph a while to realize she was dead. If you beat cancer, it can be hard to accept when it comes back with a vengeance. Though the disease ultimately took her life, it could not take her spirit. Now Steph begins a new chapter, overwhelmed by the potential death affords. Alright, well, I hope Stephanie has a lovely death. What's with the beach ones? I wonder. So, okay, so there's 3 in each room, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but that still leaves 2 left over. So maybe there's multiples that you can get in the same room. And I still don't know about these beach ones. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go again in the third room. Hello again, Fran. Nice to see you. Just put your name down and go right in. Alright, room of liars, room of liars, room of liars. What have you got for me, Fran? Who is there for me to meet today? The room of liars looks a bit like a conference hall. The kind you might see in an airport hotel. Who was talking about airport hotels? Drea had a friend that haunts airport hotels for pervert reasons. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. They left a few balloons behind. Worn plush stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables. In one corner there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water, alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Aw, Steph, my girlfriend in another universe. Some habits never die. 65th anniversary is a big deal. I hope I get to my 65th anniversary. I haven't even gotten my first anniversary yet. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Alright, I'm gonna pause you guys here for 1 second while I go get a tissue, and then I will return. So this is gonna be like a 30-second BRB. Alright? Don't ditch me. I'm trusting you guys. I'm trusting you guys to not ditch me. Do not start saying bad words in my absence. What the hell, guys? Alright, I'm back. I've had this dang cold for like 2 weeks now. I cannot get rid of it. I've been sniffling this whole time. It's driving me absolutely crazy. So I could not make it for an hour and a half without blowing my nose. I really should move some tissues in here, but I never think of it until I need them. I know, I'm so glad you guys are still here. Thank you for following through. Thank you guys for not running away. Alright, let's see our next ghost. Oh! Oh no! Ah! Maybe you're the nervous ghost. You're the nervous ghost. Okay. It wasn't Stephanie after all. Oh god. Sorry. Of course you're a ghost. Yes, this is speed dating for ghosts. So. I know it was a difficult 30 seconds that you guys were forced to wait. I'm sorry for putting you through that. You must have been so scared. You must have been so lonely and scared. We all are. Still not used to this whole being dead thing. Not used to it either. Nothing prepares you for this life. Floating around, dripping goo. Except this isn't life. Post-life? I feel so lost. When I used to have anxiety attacks, I'd focus on my breathing, listen to my heart beating. Now I can't breathe. I don't even have blood. You know what? I guess I didn't think about that for ghosts. You can't really like, because they tell you when you're anxious, you do the mindfulness stuff, you feel your body, you feel the weight of yourself on the floor, on the chair, you take deep breaths, whatever. I guess you couldn't do any of that as a ghost. The 5 things you can touch and whatever, like you can't do any of that. That sucks. I don't know what you're supposed to do as an anxious ghost. Oh, you're sweating everywhere. What does that mean? I don't know. I forgot what you were saying before you asked that, so I wish I knew. How long have you been dead? I don't know. How old are we gonna make our ghost? I'm gonna say a couple years. Because it feels like our ghost is pretty experienced about being dead, but I don't think they're like ancient. Me too. People said give it a few months. Ha! Well, it's a lot to accept. I imagine it's a lot to take in. And you've got nothing but time, so, there's no reason to push yourself. It is. That's interesting, Bug Vibes. I kind of feel... I understand what you mean, because it's very vulnerable having a body, but I genuinely don't think I could ever calm myself down without, like, the sensory input, I don't know, it's an interesting thought experiment. Are you afraid of ghosts? No, not anymore. What changed? Well, because I'm a ghost now, is mostly the reason. Life feels weird now. I guess with some distance, being a ghost is normal. It seems normal. It kind of seems like everyone gets to be a ghost at some point. And it's life that's weird. I'm not sure I'm there yet. I guess there would be way more ghosts than living people at this point, so it would be more normal to be a ghost than not. Ah! Oh, that was just the bell. Whew! Thank you for listening. Guess we'll talk more in a bit. Hopefully the other ghosts are as nice as you. I didn't even learn this fucker's name. I know nothing about you. Alright, so that's ghost numero uno. We'll keep them in mind as a potential spooky partner. Another ghost appears. Oh, dude! This dude rules! Look what we have here! The ghost's voice creaks like an ancient wood. The name Spooky Peter. Oh, fuck yes! Spooky Peter! He tips his hat. Dust spills off of the brim. How do you do? Oh, yes, I do. Okay, I'm doing okay now, Spooky Peter. Yeah, you called it. This is my fave. Though I really loved Gary. I'd wager otherwise. Like maybe you're scared on account of my spookiness. Maybe you've seen a ghost. Spooky Peter laughs. Or coughs, it's hard to tell, on account of his raspy, spooky voice. You definitely are spooky. Thank you for saying so. Been doing this a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door, since the Black Death took me in 65. 1665! Yeah, I kind of figured that by the Black Death, but I didn't think the Black Death took you in 1965. Would have been pretty unusual. Let's see. Thought the plague was earlier. Black Death came in waves. Lingered for centuries. I was a doctor in London. I knew I'd got it the second the chills started. And I was dead in days. Well, that blows. Last great gasp of bubonic on the island. Some 68,000 went with me. Well, sounds like you were not lonely then. Ever since then I've been spooking folks. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you. It would be hilarious if there were, like, haunting books describing a ghost called Spooky Peter. But you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. My two qualities. This implies that Spooky Peter is the Babadook. all hot and sick. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. Bug vibes, I think you've been down for every single ghost that we've met so far. Interesting. Are you the devil? I don't think Peter is the devil, but I think he might be flattered by the question. Just one of his helpers. You could be too. There's something in your eyes. A spookiness glimmering in there. A potential. Teach me your spooky ways, Peter. Now, Spooky Peter doesn't just teach anybody. I only teach the hot ghosts. A rock has potential before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? Peter absolutely has riz. He came in here with his fancy hat and his speed lines and his title ready to sweep me off my feet. Let's see, I can pull my face off. That would be pretty spooky. Spooking like that may shock them, but there ain't no art to it. You go all the way? What's all the way in this context? The living have nothing more to fear, and when they aren't spooked, what's the point? No. Dr. Spooky Peter is not impressed by my face-ripping trick. The spookiest spooking is the stuff that eats at you. Makes you doubt what you hear or see. Makes you wonder what could be under that bed. So Spooky Peter leans towards a more subtle approach. It's never as spooky when you see what it is. So how's that for a lesson? Alright, useful. Good. There's more where that came from. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his spooky wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. Alright, I look forward to continuing our spooky tutelage, Peter. The bell. It tolls. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. Alright, so we're absolutely going on a date with Spooky Peter. I'm sorry to whoever comes next. Thick layer of dust now covers the table. I'm just stuck with this now. Yeah, sorry about the dust to the next ghost. Wasn't me. Okay, you are a straight up shark. Want to make some money? Maybe it's like metaphorical, like he's a loan shark. Doesn't everyone? Exactly. Why is your face so small? I don't trust you. I don't trust this guy and his tiny face and his money-related ideas. Why is everyone in this game so wet and scaly? Everyone needs money. You get it. Let's see. But this is a singles mixer. Full of ghosts, with few attachments. I gotta assume. Not a bad place to find accomplices. You probably shouldn't tell people right away that that's what you're doing. Hard for cops to connect the dots. See, like, this is the kind of thing you should say to someone you already trust. Not just like a random person. Yeah, you don't have to talk me into it. Fear not. Spooky Peter is at the top of my list. He is my #1 priority right now. Name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks, don't judge. Oh, I have to pick the shark guy? I don't know, man. I don't trust this fucker. You rob banks? Banks. Financial institutions. Cash condos. You know the joints. I know what banks are. I'm aware of banks. Good. You passed the test then. Meet my impossibly high requirements. A ghost who knows what a bank is. I see he's got an untrustworthy unibrow. And he's wet and scaly. You really think I should go with Leon? Let's do this. Problem with robbing banks, people see the robbers. But you can't see a ghostie. Yeah, but what good does money do you as a ghost? I don't even understand the point. We can walk right in and float that money right on out. Genius, right? It's the perfect crime. I don't see the point. I can't believe I'm humoring you. You know, it'll be a good time. I mean, it might be kind of funny, but like, What are we gonna do with the money? Might get money out of it, and what are the consequences? The cops gonna arrest a ghost? No. Yeah, but like, is a ghost gonna buy, what, a diamond ring with the money? No, they are not. There's no harm in hearing you out. I'll hear him out for you, Fenris. No harm at all. At the very least, it'll break up all the gloom in this room. Leon looks around at the other ghosts. Yeesh! Alright. Nuts. Time to switch seats. Don't worry, I'll be back. We got more to talk about. That ghost heist. That's so ridiculous. Oh my god, I almost forgot about you. The other ghosts. Holy, were they awful. I know, we're gonna have to put our faith in Fenris this time. Gonna have to trust that they know what they're talking about. We could always come back for a second round and do, Spooky Peter as well. Leon's just a creep. It's Spooky Peter. That name is earned! Oh, also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Kyo. Alright, Kyo. So, one piece of advice I would give you, Kyo, is that it's generally considered bad form to go to a mixer like this and then just immediately start trash talking everyone else there. You probably shouldn't do that one. Sorry. Oh boy. No need to be sorry. No need, sure. I'm still sorry though. See, that's what I was saying to fucking Gary. You get it. My anxiety gets the best of me. Yeah, I got that impression. Social situations are tough. This one, especially. Let's see, Spooky Peter's been around. Think he's actually just dust? My rule, never trust anyone who wears a hat. It's a strange esoteric rule, Kyo. The stuff he said to me, the hairs behind your neck know me. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. A really dusty guy in a hat. He said he's been in books. I believe it. The man's almost theatrical. Reminds me of a character actor playing the devil on stage. Again, it's weird that we're spending our whole conversation talking about Spooky Peter. Totally see it though. I'm not a confident person, but I'm rarely wrong. You should stay away from him. Well, apparently I will be, Kyo. My friends in chat have convinced me to stay clear of Spooky Peter. You and Fenris. Let's see. You're not like these other ghosts. Speed dates are going well then. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. It's Videodrome, by the way. Great choice, though I'm surprised you would choose Videodrome if you were a person who scares easy. Unexpected deaths, Kyo. My favorite movie, I mean. Long live the new flesh. I do know Videodrome. Fear not, Kyo. One thing about me is that I do love movies. Sometimes I feel like a VCR. Obsolete, out of date, no new stories to tell. I still have my VCR. Okay, we're winning Kyo over. He is cute. I do think he's one of like the cutest ghosts that we've seen so far. I love meeting fellow fans of Dead Media. So, do you want to hear how I died? Absolutely I do, if you want to talk about it. Might as well get it out of the way. I melted. I melted away. I was in film studies, working my way toward a PhD. In debt, always pretty sad. I had good friends though. I was always studying. One weekend they convinced me not to study, and instead to melt into a puddle. Said we should go to the lake instead. Oh, I see. So you drowned somehow. I couldn't swim, I never learned. See where this is going. I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box. Under 6 feet of dirt. Let's see. They buried you alive? No, I assume he means he woke up as a ghost. I don't think he means he woke up as a living person. Maybe he does. Is that what he means? Surely he means he woke up as a ghost. I was actually dead. Okay. Whew. I sure didn't know that at first. Didn't know where I was. Fell right through my coffin. Through my own body. Down, down, down. Into the bedrock. Actual fucking nightmare scenario. Actual nightmare. It was so dark. Yeah, that sounds fucking awful. What did you do? I seized up. That actually stopped me from falling. When I freaked out, it was like my whole body became corporeal. Not flesh, just, like, corporeal. You know how if you concentrate, you could still pick up objects? Like that. So, like, corporeal. Interesting. Except I was the object. And the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there, stuck in solid rock. It was like Amigara Fault. How long were you down there? Hard to say. I didn't know much at that point. I didn't even know I had died, let alone what was happening. This is, yeah, it is really casually scary. Like, they're dropping this out of nowhere like it's not the scariest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. The idea of just, like, suddenly falling into the earth. That'd be horrifying. That's the scariest thing ever. Where I was, drowning wasn't as bad as that. No, it wouldn't be. Drowning is horrible. But, like, oh my god. Listen, I'm sorry I've been such a downer. You and everyone else, man. This is kind of a downer of a game. I thought it was gonna be funny. When I picked it, I thought it was maybe a funny game. Sorry, everyone. Picked a downer. They can't all be funny. Promise I'm not always like this. I was thinking, maybe we could go out sometime. Somewhere quieter, maybe, with fewer loud bells and spooky Peters. I would like that, actually. We could watch Videodrome. Can't wait to do something with you that isn't talking about myself. Like, maybe ask you a question about yourself. The bell rings. See you after we're done. You could kind of see the ghost of Kyo for a second, like still on the screen. He didn't quite fade out all the way. My spooky protege returns. Really? It's kind of funny to me that you would have played this if you don't play a lot of games, because, like, I don't know where you even found this. I don't know where I even found this. Like I said, I don't even remember buying it. I think I must have picked it up at some point when I was scrolling through dating sims. When I was buying just like a big bundle of them. What knowledge do you seek, protege? I want to know it all, Peter. I want to know all of you. In time. A truly spooky ghost requires one thing. One thing above all else. Timing, I assume, is where he's going with this. Patience? Ah, patience! Called it at the last second. What spooks Spooky Peter? Not much, but there is something, isn't there? Though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. Just like animals in any animal? Animals in general? I mean, I can appreciate that. I also like dating sims with a weird concept. It's a great genre of game to like. Beasts are all instinct. For a second, out of the corner of my eye, I thought he said beasts are all insect. And I was so baffled by that phrasing that, like, I had to go back and read it again instantly. I, like, didn't even have time to comment on it. I was so fascinated by what he could have possibly meant by beasts are all insect. Their fear is primal. Tangible. I can't spook a beast. Not like a person. Interesting. Why is spooking so important to you? Let's really dive in deep here. Without fear, we get comfortable. We give our guard the night off. That's when devastation knocks. Wars, maybe. So... So you're saying fear is an important emotion to protect people, and so, by extension, you instigating fear for no reason to people who are not actually in danger is going to protect them from other random dangerous things like war? Is that what you're telling me right now? Plagues, surely. Spook keeps him vigilant. Maybe. I don't know if I follow your philosophy here. I don't know if random spookins are the answer to these problems. I don't know if that really keeps people out of danger. I succeed when they expect me. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. I assume he's wheezing because he died of a plague. Like, I understand what he's saying. Like, you know, he's trying to keep people on their toes. Like, watching out, you know? But I don't know if there's any amount of watching out that will actually protect you from these, like, disaster scenarios that he's talking about. I think they kind of happen anyway. Random spookins, I don't know if random spookins is the answer. I appreciate that you're trying to help, Spooky Peter, I do. I'm glad that you're doing this for altruistic reasons. But I don't think it's gonna work. I think you're barking up the wrong tree here. Tell me about the plague. The man I was died. Won't say much more than I have. I did my life, now I do something else entirely. You ever been to the mirror world? No. He asked that like as if it's just an easy place to travel to. Like as if he's asking if I've ever been to Detroit. You ever been to the mirror world? What's that? The place beyond this, but the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. Oh, okay. We don't have time to follow up about that, I guess. No further information about the mirror world. If you fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. Oh, we could go to the mirror world with Spooky Peter? Maybe you think you'll like it. Seeing it's another thing entirely. Some things spook even Spooky Peter. Oh, he's tempting me so bad. You guys are so lucky I love you. Enough to go on a ghost heist instead. Okay, so, here's what I'm thinking. You come in with me. Well, I get a third ghost to watch the door. Where are we gonna get the third ghost? Do you know which bank yet? Absolutely, a secluded branch up on 4th. I don't even know what city we're in, dog. I don't know where 4th is. Bored tellers, lots of older customers. Great place to hit. How did you find it? Friend put me onto it. Why don't you just ask your friend to rob the bank with you then? It's trustworthy, don't worry. Leon pulls out some graphing paper. You just carry that on you? I drew the layout in pencil. Probably didn't need so much detail. It's like a gorgeous photorealistic drawing of the inside of the bank. Since we're going in the front door. Just figured it's best to be prepared. Wait, does this mean you're interested? Tell me more about you first. It's a good question. They're pretty much all naked, so I don't know, maybe from his gills. Alright, fine. Give you my life story. Abridged version. Probably help maintain our cover anyway. Why would we need a cover? I thought the whole plan was that because we're ghosts and we're invisible, we were just gonna like teleport inside and take money. Fran walks by. Seems like she's eavesdropping. The trouble with me is it's hard not to talk about stealing. I stole candy when I was 9. Switched to stealing beer at 14. Stole my first car a year later. Pulled it from the mirror dimension. Maybe, since we got no further information about it, maybe you could just reach in at any time. Grab whatever paper you please. Hit up convenience stores, drive-ins, even held up a laundromat once. Threw my back out, carrying all those quarters. Interesting. Why? More like, why do I steal? Made more sense than other work. Getting robbed by the man, legally, you know. I guess. I guess, but now you're causing those other people to get robbed by you. Now I steal because I can turn invisible. I mean, yeah, all of us can turn invisible, though. You're the only one stealing about it. Used to dream of a power like that. Would have kept me out of a lot of jail. I robbed 5 banks in all when I was alive. Well then, honey, you were not in jail, you were in prison. If you robbed 5 banks. Spent the rest of my life behind bars. Interesting. How did you die? Prison's a hard place, especially when no one trusts you. Yeah, I can imagine. If there's anything I learned from my dishonest life, it's honesty. Huh, that's our time. You've heard my pitch, and I guess we're biting. We're going for it. Gotten to know me a little more than I like, so what do you say? Turn him in. Send him to ghost prison now! No, we're gonna help him out. Yes! I'll be at this branch at this time. Spin a slice. We're taking the shark bait. Brouhaha! I am interested to see how this goes. As dearly as I actually liked all three of these characters quite a bit. But we'll go with Leon. See what he's got to offer us. Guess it's time to rob a bank. Who said the afterlife is boring? Leon said to meet him in front of the Mortal Trust on 4th. Like the name suggests, this is a bank for the living. Once they notice they've been robbed, they should not suspect the dead. Because that would be ridiculous. Hopefully. Again, even if they did, what would happen? He's correct about that. Like that, there's no consequence for this. I'm getting nervous, not gonna lie. The others are supposed to be here. We could do this alone. Not really. Without them, we're down a lookout and our guy on the inside. Yeah, but why do we need those? Again, we're invisible. What's my role? Coming in with me. The score in there, it'll take more than one ghost. Need your hands full and your mouth shut. Oh good, here comes Carl. Do we get to see Carl? Ah, Carl! He's like a cartoony robber guy? Hey! Is he a ghost? This is Carlsbad, our token breather. No, he's a human. A human man? He can see us? No offense. I'm just happy you ghosts want to hang out. Why can he see us? So how's it going? What kind of name is Carlsbad? I do want to ask about that, but you're alive? Yes. And you could see us? Of course. Been seeing ghosts all my life. Breather with the hard R. No! Not Carlsbad. I would never say that to him. No one believes me. Pretty jealous of you ghosties. No responsibilities, just floating around. Well, listen, Carlsbad, it's extremely easy to become one. Most people do it by accident. Not a care in the world. It is pretty sweet. Someday. Carl's the man on the inside. I'm a teller at this bank, so then why do you have to wear the bag over your head? You're supposed to be like undercover. It makes you look very suspicious, Carl. I know the combo to the safe, and where the cameras are pointed. Yeah, why care about cameras? Could just go invisible, but I sure can't. Hence, the mask. And as for the safe, I trust Leon just fine. Not enough to tell him the code. You know what, that's fair. I don't blame you for that one. Would you tell me? Not a chance in heck. Keeping it family friendly during the bank robbery. Just met you. And besides, if you know the code, suddenly Leon doesn't need me. I won't get my share of the cash. Okay, that's fair. And then it's plan B, a high interest savings account. Oh god. All banks are bad. Satan's in suits. No offense. Okay, this is an interesting take from Leon. It is okay to rob a bank because all banks are bad. ABAB. Then take it. Speak of the devil. Spooky Peter! The best of both worlds! The crossover episode we didn't even know to ask for! How do you do? Spooky Peter! In the flesh, so to speak. Oh god, I'm so glad. We've met in the room of liars. Same as you. When I told him I robbed banks, he immediately said he was in. Before he even heard the plan. Always looking to get my beak wet. Don't say that. That's like a super gross thing to say, Peter. So to speak. Okay, interesting. So here's what we're doing. Spooky Peter will hide out by the door. Watch for trouble. Should be smooth sailing. They closed 6 hours ago. There's no security tonight. I saw to that. By spooking them away, I assume. Happened to Winston. Oh. Security guard. He's taking some time off. I spooked him to death. Woo! Oh, good. Winston works so hard. He could use a break. And that's what he got. A break to the mirror dimension. Bum, bum, bum. A break. So immediately awesome when Spooky Peter shows up. No, I was so happy to see him. I was so excited. Let's get this train rolling. Follow me. Carl pulls out some keys and unlocks the front door. Though alive, he's already proving useful. I love how suspicious this is. Like, I thought because he's alive, he was gonna be useless and annoying. I did not want to hang out with anyone alive today. Inside, the bank is dimly lit. It's eerily quiet at night, like most places busy in the daytime. Spooky Peter disappears into the shadows by the door. Carl and Leon make a beeline for the back. Carl hops over the counter like he's in some heist flick. Leon floats right through. You catch up to them around a corner by a heavy-looking door. This is the vault. I'm still not really clear on why we even need money. Are we just doing it for the thrill? Can't we just go through it? Of course we can. But the money in there can't. Interesting. So we can pick up the money, but we can't phase it through other stuff? We want to get anything out of there, we still need to open the door. That's where I come in. Interesting. I guess I didn't think about that. Let's do this. What are we gonna do with this floating money, though? It's not like you can spend it. Because, like, you'd have to give it to someone, and they're not gonna... You're a ghost. If you walked into a store and tried to hand the money to somebody, like, it's just gonna look like random floating money to them. They're not gonna give you goods and services in return. Carl gets to work on the door. Maybe, I guess I'm overthinking this. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, I'm not calculating. I'm not computing in my brain what the point is. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're dead for long enough, you might as well rob the bank. You might as well do anything at that point. The code was... No. He doesn't fucking know? After all this? Gotta be kidding me, Carl. Nah, I'm just kidding. I knew it. I saw it in his eyes. I saw the mirth, the amusement. I know the code like the back of my car. Just where I sleep. Not because Sherry kicked me out. Anyway. So there's, some implications of a complex life that Carlsbad is leading off screen, huh? Before I punch it in, you gotta promise me something. Promise you won't take all the cash and then leave me here, or pull any other ghost tricks. I do love that this date includes the phrase ghost tricks. Carl, buddy, pal, you know what they say about honor and thieves? That there is honor among them? I don't actually. They say there's honor among thieves. We're good. Actually, they say there's no honor among thieves, don't they? Just open the door already. Carl opens the vault door. Inside is a wall of safety deposit boxes, each individually locked. And that's it. Well, that's not good. This does not look good for our heist. Where's the money? Expected, like, a pile of it. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. This is not a cartoon. This is a business. This is a place of business. You just keep fucking piles of money on the floor. Really should have cased this place myself. Sigh. Grab a key, open a box. Alright, I'm feeling 7F. 7's a lucky number, right? Inside are some antique coins. I guess you're right. I guess this is a cartoon, but... oh well. Look like they might have some value. Someone could be hanging on to them for sentimental reasons, though. You look over at Leon. My box is empty. Nothing but a business card. Who's keeping a safety deposit box for a business card? Some accountant with a funny name. Guess I should have looked inside some of these before just picking a key. Okay. I guess I can keep the coin. What am I gonna do with the coins? Give them to Leon. Seriously? For me? Yeah, dude, I don't need coins. I'm dead, dog. Why? Can't leave empty-handed. You knew I'd have to settle my debts with the plague ghost watching the door. That's so thoughtful. I know, I'm a very thoughtful person, Leon. Oh, we got hearts! Time to be moving. I spotted a patrol outside. Think they saw some movement in here. Oh, they did. I know, he's sweet. I like how Spooky Peter decided not to say anything until right before the police were about to walk in. There's our cue. He's a terrible lookout. We better scramble. Everyone makes it out safe thanks to Spooky Peter's keen eye and his belated warning. Leon instructs the crew to lie low for a bit. I know, our poor human being. This is his livelihood. He already lives in his car. No, Carl. Only Carl needs to worry. Good job in there. Yeah, I'm glad Carl got nothing out of that. Like, he just risked his job and life for nothing. Things might have gone differently if you let Carl fiddle with the cameras. Wasn't the greatest haul, but hey, how many ghosts could say they robbed a bank? Interestingly. It's interesting to me that they, like, wanted me to try it again. Like, they're like, oh, maybe if you made better choices. Okay, well, that was speed dating for ghosts. Let's take a look at Leon's grave, shall we? 1933 to 1967, death by snitching. Wow, so he was kind of young, huh? He was in his 30s? Even as a child, Leon was an opportunist. While other kids were playing ball, he'd steal from their bags. His teens and 20s were mostly spent on the roads, seeking out scores and grifting. Leon eventually found his calling robbing banks. He and his crew pulled off 4 successful heists before they were caught. During the resulting trial, Leon rolled on his fellow robbers to reduce his sentence. He survived the first stabbing in prison, but wasn't as lucky the second. Alright. Well, hey, we've laid 3 people to rest, at least. I still don't know what this beach is about. But I think I'm gonna call it there for speed dating for ghosts. Maybe you guys can unlock the rest on your own time. I remember this being quite cheap on Steam. It's an indie game, it's a small release, so I don't think it cost me a whole lot of money. And yeah, I recommend checking it out. It's pretty interesting. I thought it was cool. Definitely a lot more in-depth than I was thinking it would be. I was a little afraid that this wouldn't even take us the full 2 hours, but it seems like there's quite a bit of content here. Thank you for your advice. Taking us on the bank robbery with Spooky Peter, because I did quite enjoy it. My trust was warranted. You were correct. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and chatting with me. I always love it when I have people to talk to while I'm playing. That's speed dating for ghosts, and on Thursday I should be back with my sister to play some more spooky Halloween-y games. So I'll catch you guys then. Adios!